Hey there traders, welcome to the Pip Banker Session Trade Summary. I'm going to run through a nice little pattern and a trade that we set up in the room today. And so what you're looking at is a Euro-Dollar hourly chart, and as you can see there, we've got plotted these green lines. Now, if you're a slightly artistic person or have knowledge on this from prior study, you'll notice that that pattern looks awfully like a butterfly, and so it's known as a Gartley butterfly pattern or a Gartley 222 pattern. Now the premise of this pattern is that you have an X leg at the top here, an X to A being at the bottom here, a B leg up here, a C leg down there, and a D completion. Now the D completion, you fib the X to A leg and you start looking for potential completion. Sometimes it's a 618, sometimes it's the 707, 780, 787, and so on. Today we got up to as high as the 121.4, and we were considering. Now what I did was I posted a chart for the guys today in the live room, and I said to them, hey, look at this, it may be, and what I had was the chart looking like this, and I said we may be seeing a completion here, and start looking for this completion of the D to turn around and start falling. All right. Now that didn't happen, as you guys can see, and you may be wondering, well, then how did you know that it's going to start falling from here? What sort of confirmation did you get? Guys, we marry patterns with candle patterns along with the chart patterns very beautifully in the live rooms. So what we do is we wait for a candle pattern to confirm this chart pattern. Now a number of Gartley traders will just jump in. They'll say, okay, great, here's a 121.4 there, let's just get in short because that should be the completion of D. Well, we don't just believe it like that. In our live rooms, we like to be a little bit more conservative. So what we wait for is a confirmation of the turning point, that this is actually going to be D, because if we had just jumped in short on 121.4, you'll see we might have had a few pips down and then we would have been stopped out, right? So what we waited for is we saw, okay, that one didn't trigger, right? We didn't get a trigger on this one, so we thought, well, let's just look at the next level then, 138.2. And as we look at that 138.2, you'll see, well, you might think, well, it went right through there, sure, but it went through with a spinning top candle pattern over here, showing indecision. So that piqued our attention. We say, well, okay, we've got a 138.2, we've got the completion of D imminent, and we've got a indecision spinning top here, telling us that the market is not quite sure if it wants to go much higher. So what are we waiting for? A bearish confirmation. There's our bearish confirmation. You jump in short at the open of the new candle. Now we do a special split position. We show you guys how to split your position up so that if we do get a retracement to one of our fib levels as well, a different way that we handle that pattern, you can have a second entry. But your initial entry is the open of the new candle here, and then you ride that one down. So if you ask if I'm live on this one on my live account, yes, I am. And if you're in the live rooms with me, you'll see these patterns being showed to you in the live market as it's happening. We won't look at hindsight and draw these wonderful patterns and say, hey, look what you could have done. This is stuff that I posted as it was developing, and we marry the chart patterns with our candle patterns, get great entries. And so this one so far has been in a nice little bit of profit. Well, you can see we're experiencing a little bit of a drawback here or pullback here. I'm not in drawdown, I'm in profit from the top up here, but I'll leave it for the moment and see how far it's going to go down. Remember, we are the Pip Bankers session, so what we do is on the way down here, we're banking pips the whole way. We're scaling pieces of our trade out so that we don't have to move our stop loss prematurely and get stopped out prematurely, but that we are also able to put something in the bank, and that's exactly what we teach in the live room. So if you guys want to see us set these chart patterns up in the live room, you want to see how we trigger them, how we marry the chart patterns and the candle patterns to get high probability setups, come and join us at fab-tradershaven.com in the live London and New York sessions that we host on a day-to-day basis. Love to see you there, guys. Cheers.